find solace in the gentle arms of sleep, despite the wolves outside your door. In time you see them all as harmless, and their idle threats easy to ignore. And if ever fate should choose to smite you, stand your ground, never walk away. Please don't ever let the world defeat you. Don't get buried in its decay. As you drift into the gauzy realm of dreams, may you take comfort in the thought that you are safe. For it only takes a fraction of seconds for all of this to change. Return to me when slumbers fall, hands lifted. Return to me, stronger than before.
Hey guys, welcome back to tonight's show. We're going to continue where we left off with Dragon Age here. Let's see. Oh crap, it keeps doing that. Alright. Video. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Vert. There we go. It's probably just some part of it that I'm overlooking or something like that. Alright, so. One sec. Crap, I forgot to switch that back. Console, there we go. So, Sai, what's wrong? What's going on? Why for Sai, Rosie? Seriously, can you guys just not have any like issues or anything like that for a while? I don't think Alara can take it. Okay. I'm kind of at that moment of, can she just like tell everybody to fuck off and stop messing with her?
Please tell me. I'm sure you'll be pleased.
Let's see here. She's gonna do what? She's gonna walk over to Varric and shoot. Why is she gonna shoot herself? It's not her fault that this stuff keeps happening. Also, that would be punishing him. Varric, wait. Varric caused the brain cancer? How did Varric cause the brain cancer? Oh. Well. Okay, let me see here. To go through and look at people to see. Okay, so Morgan needs 2 rings. Leon is covered. Sten needs 2 rings. Adela needs 2 rings and a belt, and Tamlin needs a ring and a belt. Okay. Rings and belts, those are what we need. It's mage only. Looks like I only have 1 ring and 1 belt. So just don't get in a relationship. There's no reason she needs to commit suicide. Actually, I'm gonna give her Embree's many pockets. I'm gonna give him the Wicked Oath. There we go. Okay, so I think at this point, go ahead and
Something on your mind?
see if he has anything
course.
else to talk about. Why have you remained a Templar if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
Uh-huh. I thought Templars wore heavy plate mostly.
That's just in public. In private, we have these yellow and purple tunics, right? Much more comfortable, and you don't break the beds when you jump on them during a pillow fight.
You had lots of pillow fights, I take it.
Pillow fights? I mean, no, of course not. I meant sword fights. With rusty swords, dripping with acid. The kind that puts hair on your chest. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
I do really want to
Poke,
know,
poke,
yeah.
poke. Tell me everything about your life, Alistair. All right, if you insist. It's not like we have anything better to do, right? The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al Eamon had cast me off unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess.
Well, what's
I'm
keeping
quite good at it.
Verdun from getting his clone body? What did you enjoy about the training?
The education, mostly, but also the discipline. You need to have a disciplined mind. And
Okay, get it
abilities.
from the police. Like, why are the
It was
police
difficult,
keeping it?
But rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
Not anymore, no.
We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good. Either way.
You know, you tell me all these things, and I'm really glad I'm not part of that group. Because that's way too much drama for me. They can be rebuilt.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
What are we supposed to be doing right now?
Something I can help with?
What would someone like you be doing in the Lothering Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
You just don't seem to belong in a cloister.
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
What did you do before that?
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Yeah, you're lying there. Do I have any? I don't think I have any gifts anymore. No, I put them all in the rack. I'm going to... Ogren. Okay, so these are... Not that one. Who's Dottie? Sten. Liliana. Liliana. That's Win. That's Ogren. Oh wait, Dottie is your, or is her, what am I trying to say? Her Rancor, right? Oh, the next suit. Okay. Zerai is the Rancor, right? Okay.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say. Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Sixten, painting of the
I am
Red Queen.
impressed. My thanks.
Zariah's Avenger, okay. Della gets
Wonderful!
the bracelet and the
Many
earrings.
thanks.
And that's all those.
Yes,
I have a
I am
question.
hardly surprised.
Why did you come to
To answer
Ferelden?
a question.
What was the question?
The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
Don't you have to report back then?
Yes,
Sorry. When are you going to do that?
never. I cannot go home.
Why not?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the dark spawn waiting.
Let's go.
As you wish.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and... The problem with that is it's really, really, really unbalanced.
Yes.
We got Liliana.
Indeed.
Let's see. Let's take Shale. Okay, so we're currently in Guarin. We can either do Soldier's Peak, Banlorn's Lands. Hey, Dragon Cat. I think... Let's go ahead and... do we want to do Soldier's Peak now? No, let's go ahead and do... We'll go ahead and do Circle of Magi, and then we'll do Soldier's Peak after we're done there. What do you mean you don't want pizza for a long time? Oh! Wolves! God damn it. Traps. Momentum. Alistair leveled.
Trap right ahead.
Tickle. Tickle.
All right. Of course.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that we can now loot and sell.
Trap right ahead.
That's just the thing. I'm kind of craving pizza right now, but I don't have the money to afford it. And pizza would kill Rose. Well, not kill, but she would be up all night. Okay, we're gonna... I'm actually gonna pump his strength here next. Next. Okay, so... You can upgrade his shields. Actually, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to give him shield tactics. Eventually, he will level all of this, but...
I take it we are here to see the mages? Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
How deep is this lake? Do you think we're allowed?
You're not looking to get across to the tower, are you? Because I have strict orders not to let anyone pass.
I'm a Grey Warden, and I seek the assistance of the
Oh,
mages.
you're a Grey Warden, are you? Prove it.
Prove it?
Kill some darkspawn. Come on, let's see some righteous Grey Wardening.
There aren't any darkspawn
That's good,
here.
I suppose. Wouldn't want darkspawn smeared across the landscape. I hear their blood is black. Is that true? You'd know if you were a Grey Warden.
No, it's red, just like any
I
other
don't
blood.
know. My instincts tell me darkspawn shouldn't have blood like ours.
All right, that's enough. Let me crush a few body parts it can't possibly miss.
I'll take you right now. Like you want to.
No, not
I'll
yet.
just be here, just standing, waiting. Don't mind me.
Because I forgot I have, before talking to him, I have some other stuff I want to do over here. Let's see.
You have some kind of problem. Oh? What was this
Here on
about?
behalf of the Blackstone Irregulars. I hear you stole supplies from the guild.
I worried this might happen. I hoped it wouldn't be you who came for me. I have no choice. Forgive me, Warden, but I cannot go back with you.
Well, that's okay. I'm meant to kill you anyway, so... Always over so quickly.
As you desire.
Now that I've got momentum, that's just like... That's it. Come on. The Bard Dominance is now active. There's the Raven there.
All right.
You're
Mages
the Grey
Collective.
Warden, aren't you? Exactly who I was hoping to meet. I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
Tell me more.
The collective is a self-policing guild of mages who simply want to be left alone. We mean no offense to the Chantry, but we would rather live on our own terms. Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet.
I'll take a look at those requests.
Thank you, my friend. We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the collective. Make us smile upon you.
Let's see, places of power. Careless accusation. Notice of termination. Thy brother's killer. And herbal magic. 10 bundles of deep mushrooms. I just selected them all without even looking. Worst fears have been realized. A band of devilish Maleficarum are performing profane rituals within close proximity of my own sanctum. This cannot stand. I, Jubasto, charge he who accepts this request to destroy the fiends before their evil brings unwanted attention from the Templars. Travel to the Brazilian forest and slay these blasphemers. There comes a time in each young mage's life where he must strike forth beneath the shadow of his mentor. For my 3 young and unremarkable apprentices, the time is now. He who accepts this calling takes it upon himself to deliver documents of congratulations to my apprentices who will no doubt be uninformed as to the contents of the missive. The apprentices' names are Steric, Alina, and Sheath. I have cleverly sent them away from my abode so they may receive this information in public place, thus guaranteeing the safety of my willing courtier. Find them in Denerim. The other is procuring rare items from Orzammar. Careless accusations. The activities of the Maleficarum on my doorstep did not go unnoticed. Now I am in danger of being brought before the Templars myself. A small band of drifters claim to have seen me practicing forbidden arts, and they have left to deliver testimony of my alleged deeds to the Chantry. I ask the Mages Collective to find and stop these false witnesses by any means necessary. They are traveling along the road from Lothering to Denerim, where there lies sealed my fate. And then places of power is I have to basically inscribe a personal glyph on 3 different places: the Brazilian forest, the deep roads, and the heart of Denerim, and the base of the Circle Tower. So basically 4 places. You actually find it really cheap on Origins and Steam right now.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
I'll do it.
It's done.
Okay, Shady Patron, Disgruntled Patron.
Good day.
Let's see, Innkeeper, let me see here.
Good day, and welcome to the Spoiled Princess. Is there something I can get for you?
I'd like a drink.
Of course. What would you like?
Let's see what you got. Actually, we can buy that. Yep, it's the Spoiled Princess. I skipped, actually, why it's called the Spoiled Princess. I should go back and show that to you. So I like picking recipes. Okay.
Welcome back to the Spoiled Princess. How may I serve you today?
Why is the inn called the Spoiled Princess?
It was my father's idea. He ran the inn before me, and he named it for my sister. She was his little princess. Princess decided the country was too dull for her and moved to Denerim. More glamorous, she said. Well, she was found murdered, robbed of all the trinkets my father bought her with his hard-earned money. My father died of shock and heartbreak. Mother stopped eating, and I got the struggling inn. The name stuck. That's the story.
That's a really sad story.
If there's anything I can get you, just let me know.
I lean back too far in this chair. I feel like the guy who has no life from South Park. Okay.
Oh, hello. Come to chat a little, have you? Come along, I suppose.
They make mention in the game that, like, one of the characters asks if you can swim across, and somebody's like, "No, I wouldn't." And the reason why is because every time they mess up mixing potions and stuff, they dump it into the lake. No telling what's in there now.
Do not open the doors without my express consent. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
The doors are barred. Are they keeping people out or in?
Now we wait and pray.
You're Gregor, I assume.
Who are you? I explicitly told Carol not to bring anyone across the lake.
Did it tell him not to go insane? Because he doesn't seem to listen well.
We're dealing with a very delicate situation. You must leave for your own safety.
I seek the mage's help to defeat the Darkspawn.
I am weary of the Grey Warden's ceaseless need for men to fight the Darkspawn, but it is their right. You'll find no allies here. The Templars can spare no men, and the mages are indisposed. I shall speak plainly. The tower is no longer under our control. Abominations and demons stalk the tower's halls. The circle is lost. The tower has fallen.
How did this happen?
We don't know. We saw only demons, hunting Templars and mages alike. I realized we could not defeat them and told my men to flee.
What can I do to help?
I have sent word to Denerim, calling for reinforcements and the right of annulment.
The right of annulment?
The right of annulment gives Templars the authority to neutralize the Mage Circle. Completely.
The mages are probably already dead. Any abominations remaining in there must be dealt with, no matter what.
This situation is dire. There is no alternative. Everything in the tower must be destroyed so it can be made safe again.
The mages are not defenseless. Some must still be alive.
If any are still alive, the Maker himself has shielded them. No one could have survived those monstrous creatures. It is too painful to hope for survivors and find nothing.
I'll look for
I
survivors.
assure you, an abomination is a force to be reckoned with, and you will face more than one.
I have confidence in my
If
abilities.
you succeed, I would owe you much. Enough that I would pledge my Templars to your cause. Without word from Denerim, I must determine our course. Surely destroying Darkspawn is a worthy goal.
We have an agreement then.
A word of caution. Once you cross that threshold, there is no turning back. The great doors must remain barred. I will open them for no one until I have proof that it is safe. I will only believe it is over if the first enchanter stands before me and tells me it is so. If Irving has fallen, then the circle is lost and must be destroyed. May Andraste lend you her courage, whatever you decide.
Excuse me. All right.
Maker, have mercy.
Lyrium dust.
I wish this were over. We're running low on supplies, and I don't know how much longer we'll last.
Do you have supplies for sale?
Yes. Would you like to trade?
All right, let's trade. Let's see what he's got. A whole bunch of recipes. Let's see here. Staff of the Magister Lords, which is pretty damn good. Pocketed searing gloves, polar gauntlets. Another Andoril's Blessing, which I've already equipped. Thorns, Spiral Band. Remarkable Malachite. I'm buying that. Because I can give that to Shale. No, I'll keep these, I'll sell them on my own. Let's see here. Okay. I think she's the one who gets this.
Ooh,
Yes.
shiny.
Ooh, shiny.
As I
Alright.
recall, shutting the door and throwing away the key was definitely the Templar Plan B.
In we go. Watch Garden of the Reaching.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
I remember that's a quest that I have to do, is Watch Garden of the Reaching. Lesser health bonus. So these are called poultices, but the animation you use when you take them is like you're drinking something. And a poultice is like a salve, something you put on the wound. So I always find that funny. They actually make a nod to that in Dragon Age 3. One of the things that one of the characters says is he's sitting here and
Allow me. I could do that for you.
he's sitting here talking, and he says, he makes, oh yeah, corpses everywhere, everyone's dying. They make a, like somebody says, well, he's, so-and-so makes the best poultices around. They taste like shit, and the best healing poultices around. They taste like shit, though. Well, boss, it's because they're poultices. Poultices. You're not supposed to drink them.
Of course.
So, Shale, when you were standing there all that time, did you sleep?
I have no need to sleep. My body does not tire or do other flesh-related functions.
But don't you get bored? Wouldn't you want to dream at least?
I do not dream. This is what it does when it sleeps. It paws its nose and mumbles incoherently.
Yes, of course. I thought we all... Huh. You watch me?
I watch all closely when they are still at night. There is little else to do.
For hours and hours?
I count the breaths. It helps to overcome the overwhelming urge to crush their faces while they sleep.
Well, I won't be doing much of that anymore.
Oh, Shale. Oh, I've already been in through here. Uh-oh. There's Win. Because Winter's Grasp fucking rocks against rage demons.
No, come no further. Grey Warden or no, I will strike you down where you stand.
Win, what are you doing here?
I am a mage of the Circle. More importantly, why are you here? The Templars would not let just anyone by.
I'm helping Gregor resolve the Circle's difficulties.
You do serve the Templars, as I feared. Do they have the right of annulment?
No, but Gregor expects it to arrive soon.
So Gregor thinks the Circle is beyond hope. He probably assumes we are all dead. They abandoned us to our fate. But even trapped as we are, we have survived. If they invoke the right, however, we will not be able to stand against them.
What happened here?
Let it suffice to say that we had something of a revolt on our hands, led by a mage named Uldred. When he returned from the battle at Ostagar, he tried to take over the Circle. As you can see, it didn't work out as he had planned. I don't know what became of Uldred, but I am certain all this is his doing. I will not lose the circle to one man's pride and stupidity.
So what do you intend?
I erected a barrier over the door leading to the rest of the tower, so nothing from inside could attack the children. You will not be able to enter the tower as long as the barrier holds, but I will dispel it if you join with me to save this circle.
Sorry. We must try it. Let's see. Very well. I'll help you.
Once Gregor sees that we have made the tower safe, I trust he will tell his men to back down. He is not unreasonable.
Gregor will only accept it if the first enchanter says so.
Then our path is laid out before us. We must save Irving.
Then we should set off immediately.
Petra, Kenan, look after the others. I will be back soon.
Wynne, are you sure you're all right? You were so badly hurt earlier. Maybe I should come along.
The others need your protection more. I will be all right. Stay here with them. Keep them safe and calm.
Have faith. We will not fail.
Your confidence is refreshing, though you should make sure it does not blind you to your weaknesses.
Yeah, I think it looks okay. It's just got weird shadows on it.
Go end this.
Okay. So Wynn's locked in. I can't change that. I'm gonna go ahead and bring Alistair and Liliana. There we go. I can't change out because I don't have better stuff for her right now. We'll pick some more stuff up for Wynne here in a second. I can change her tactics, though. Ranged healer. Bam, there we go. Because she's a screw.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Here we are. I'm somewhat amazed at myself for having kept it in place this long.
You did what you had to do, Wynne.
It made me very weary at times, but I had to stay strong to keep us safe. Be prepared for anything. I do not know what manner of beasts lurk beyond this barrier. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Destroy the barrier.
All right. Be on your guard.
Oh, dead people. Let's see. We got abominations, rage abominations. Problem with abominations, they like to explode when they die. Ow.
Delighted. Of course.
Leather armor. Another soldier corpse. More vendor trash. Alright. Well, that lesser rage demon we can hit with... Yep, that'll take care of that. Yeah. And then everything blew up. Pile of rags. Scrap of paper. Promises of pride.
Of course.
Greater Rage Demon. I don't want to get this so close to use that ability. Out of the way of the exploding shit. Let's see. Life is easier now that I have a healer. Alright, I got that place of power done.
All right.
Let's see here. Playing this game really makes me want... What?
Something on your mind?
No, I didn't... this stupid mouse. Now I understand why it was free.
Please refrain from going into the stockroom. It is a mess, and I've not been
What's
able
wrong,
to get it into a
Rose?
state fit to be seen.
Who are you?
I am called Owain, and I manage the Circle's magical stockroom. I was trying to tidy up, but there was little I could do.
Aren't you afraid of the abominations?
Of course, I am defenseless, and if I ran into one, I would surely perish. I tried to leave when things got quiet. That was when I encountered the barrier. Finding no other way out, I returned to work.
Owain, you should have said something. I would have opened the door for you.
The stockroom is familiar. I prefer to be here.
How can you be so calm?
He is one of the Tranquil. The Tranquil do not have emotions.
I would prefer not to die. I would prefer it if the tower returned to the way it was. Perhaps Niall will succeed and save us all.
What is Niall trying to do?
I do not know. But he came here with several others and took the litany of Adralla.
But that protects from mind domination.
Ugh.
What magic at work here?
I do not know.
Niall was in the meeting. He would know. Blood magic. I was afraid of this.
We'll be able to handle it.
We should find Niall. The litany will give us a fighting chance against any blood mages we encounter.
I wish you luck. Perhaps this will be over soon and things will return to the way they were. Goodbye.
As you desire.
Water stain, that's yeah, that's Sten. See, that door is blocked, so I have to come out this way. Fucking blood mages.
Please, please don't kill me.
Tell me why I should spare your life.
I know I have no right to ask for mercy, but I didn't mean for this death and destruction. We were just trying to free ourselves. Aldred told us that the Circle would support Loghain, and Loghain would help us be free of the Chantry. You don't know what it was like. The Templars were watching. Always watching.
But why turn to forbidden magic?
The magic was a means to an end. It gave me the power to fight for what I believed.
Fighting for what you believe is commendable, but the ends do not always justify the means.
You don't really believe that, do you, Wynne? Change rarely comes peacefully. Andraste waged war on the Imperium. She didn't write them a strongly worded letter. She reshaped civilization, freed the slaves, and gave us the Chantry. But people died for it. We thought someone always has to take the first step. Force a change, no matter the cost.
Nothing is worth what you've done to this place.
And now Aldred's gone mad, and we are scattered, doomed to die at the hands of those who seek to right our wrongs.
And all you do is wallow in self-pity. Pathetic.
What else can I do? I'm trapped here.
I'll spare you, but I will not help you escape.
Thank you. The Maker will surely turn his eyes on you for your mercy.
Rose of Orlais. Dead blood mage. Who had a lyrium potion. Bell's cash.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Bitch and I shall receive. What?
More knowledge has fallen into cracks here than some have ever known. That's sad.
This is on video. Back up, back up. Fucking Maleficars. Yes, your comment makes more sense now.
As you desire. All right.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
You gonna come do it? Corpses. There we go.
Delighted.
Floor spar.
All right.
Lesser warmth bomb.
And so I shall.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Buckle of the Winds. +3 defense. Alright. Oh, she can't wear that, but she can wear the Apprentice Amulet. Amulet.
Delighted.
At least it's not hitting me very hard. Who's that for? That's from Morgan. Okay. This closet seems to be trembling slightly. You can hear soft whimpers coming from inside of it. It's alright, you can come out now.
Are the demons gone? Is it safe? I don't want to die.
I've dealt with them, trust me.
If you're sure it's safe, I could take a peek outside. Yes.
Are you hurt?
I have a crick in my back and my bum's gone numb. Oh, holy maker, look at this. Those demons didn't know what hit them, did they? Godwin, Mage of the Circle of Ferelden, at your service.
How did you end up in the closet?
There were demons everywhere, blocking my exit. I decided that the best thing to do in that situation was to hide and be very, very quiet. I just really want to be somewhere safe. I think I might stay here for now. Maybe go back into my closet for a little while.
I killed most of the demons. You can escape.
And go where? The Templars have locked the door. I'm just going to stay here and see what happens.
Very well. Take care.
Thank you again for saving me. May we meet again in happier, less life-threatening times.
In happier, less life-threatening times. There we go.
Delighted.
Creation score.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Nothing else in here. Okay. Moving on. Oop. More abominations. Yeah, now I've actually gotten powerful because I have the momentum toggle.
As you desire.
Silverite magic staff. Can't go through there. Soldier's corpse. Chantry amulet. It's for Liliana. Liliana.
And so I shall.
Statue of Andraste lies defiled. There's a small glass phylactery in the base, somehow sealed within the otherwise solid stone carving. The area is unnaturally cold. Dark shapes swirl around a slip of paper within the vial. Take the vial. The glass fractures at your touch. Revenant! Holy shit, how did she suddenly get hurt so much? There we go. Defender shield, diamond, scrap of paper. Let's see. Revenant. The Black Files. Binding of the First, Corpse Walker. Let the dead no longer serve your whim. Bound by your true name, no mortal hand shall reach you. Kale Viazagat, revenant and perversion of an only son. Death beyond death is no longer your stepping stone through the veil. Andraste hold you, demon, and bind your rage for eternity. 6 thumbprints and blood mark the end of the text.
This is Irving's office. I half expected to find him here, but I suppose that's too much to hope for.
Delighted.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
More private documents. Let's see. Irving's mistake. Small painted box. Irving's chest, which has the Black Grimoire, which is a plot item for Morrigan. Where is it? Okay, I know you're here. Somewhere. Come on. Not letting me click on it. Nope. Okay, so move up to the next level. Ugh. God. Fatigue catching up to me.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Private documents. Yeah, a lot of those. Table.
Of course.
Go. That guy's dead. Well, re-dead. Shit. Take care of this fucker right the hell now. I really hate arcane horrors.
Of course. All right.
I don't think this story has a happy ending for our young taker of notes.
Let's see. Okay, watch guard of the reading. The notes of Professor Grant, or Gant, or Apprentice Gant, have revealed an ancient ritual in the Circle Tower. It begins in the Great Hall Common Room, although Gant was apparently unable to complete his own attempt. Codex. Trolls quest related. Summoning sciences. Mage's Collectress rolls a banister. Watchguard of the Reaching. Okay, so vessel in hand. It's bowl, cord, sword, and then shields, if I remember correctly. If I'm reading that correctly, which is a big if.
Delighted.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Okay, so it's if I'm reading this correctly, which is a big if.
Of course.
First, it's that one. First it's a bowl, then it's sword raised, then sword lowered, and then the shields. Okay. Oh shit, traps.
Right ahead.
I'm gonna avoid that. Oh shit, rage demon. There's the mouse, there it is. Good job. What the fuck? There. Okay, they got it. I literally did nothing that fight.
All right.
Promises of pride, yeah.
And so I shall. Delighted.
Soldier's corpse. Deal with that trap, please, dear. Ah, crap.
Right ahead.
Possessed Templars. All right.
All right.
Don't know why you felt the need to go all the way around there, but let's see.
As you desire. All just get along? No?
Yep, demon controlling possessed Templars. Crap. Come on. There we go. Have a little bit of your own fucking taste of medicine there. I'm out of fucking stamina.
It is done.
Gotcha.
All right.
That's a gift for Zevran. And I won't get him for a little bit.
Of course.
Cerulean potion.
As you desire. Of course.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Okay. So same person. What that quest is I've been kind of skipping the codexes. That quest literally is you find out the same person has sold like a bogus scroll to like 4 different mages. Each one was studying it independently, and so now you're gonna go find him basically because he's basically conned these mages. Kill that abomination! Kill that abomination! There we go.
Delighted.
I believe that runestone is for... Let's see. Yeah, because he's turning tranquil into demons. That's why it's just like, kill that fucking abomination now. So you want to save as many people as you can.
Of course.
It is fortunate that you appeared when you did.
Thank you. That was an uncomfortable experience.
Okay, so I've now finished the Watchguard, or done the majority of the Watchguard of the Reaching. Now I've got to go back down to the bottom level. Gotta go trek all the way back down here to complete it and get Usaris, which is a special sword. I think it's Usaris is what you get there. Ugh. Oh, can't get through there. The door's blocked.
As you desire.
Okay, so now we get to finally on the bottom level now. Oh crap. There we go. Now we have a demon to fight. There we go.
A strange thing. Pure, literal distraction.
Yeah, it's a new greatsword. And some other stuff. Some vendor junk. In the company of monsters he went down the empty wolf roads after the dragon, into the lands where the ice is like steel. and the air grows thin as a beggar, and every rocky path is strewn with bones of the lonely dead. There Dane dwelled, and 50 swords were worn to rusted ruin, before at last they found the cave of Finchal, ancient keeper of the mountains, bane of the wolves. Dane sought a way in which the dragon might be felled, fiend of fire and taloned, scales brighter than any warrior's mail, teeth greater than men, and all around the slumbering worm were bones. Wolves, men, beasts, beyond counting. The fume of death frightened even the wolf pack, and Dane, desperate, crept into the cavern to seek the monster's death alone. There, shining amongst the dead like a star in his hand, found a sword, Usaris, forged by the dwarf smiths for an Alamari lord long ago, waiting age after age to be taken into battle once more. And this Dane freed from the earth and struck, at the eye of the dragon still sleeping, with a swift and terrible blow. And Finchal woke, wroth only to die. The legend of the blade Usaris predates Andraste. The sword that Dane found in the dragon's treasured hoard, which he used to slay both Finchal and the werewolf, was passed on to his son Hafter. Dane may have been fiction, but Hafter was fact. In 140 Divine, he led the Almari tribes against the darkspawn that flooded into the Ferelden Valley from the Dwarven lands. He not only drove back the Horde, he also defeated the combined forces of the Avars and Chastened, who hoped to take advantage of the chaos. His victories earned him such respect from the tribes, he was named the First Terran. After years of ruling the valley in peace, it is said that Hafter left Ferelden, sailing into the unknown east of the Amaranthine Ocean, with the blade still in hand, never to be seen again. Now that is a legend. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I still think you should try and see if you can get your hands on some Oragel, Rose. It's not too expensive and might help you a great deal, if just to relieve a little bit of pain. And I know for a fact that I've had really bad sore teeth, and I've used Oragel, and it helps me sleep. Because I can't sleep when I'm in pain. Oh, I went too far. So I was not paying attention to the map. So we go upstairs. I believe we only have one level after this in Mage's Tower. Stop. Stop. Stop that. I don't know why you keep doing that. Stupid mouse.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
As you desire.
Let's see here.
It is time for supper, pet.
This part is kind of disturbing.
What do we have?
Everything is just as you wanted, my knight. Our love and our family is more than you hoped for.
I command you to stop what you're doing to this man.
Do you hear something, love?
It is nothing, my darling. Just the door. I will get it. The children have finished supper. Tuck them into bed while I see who it is.
Don't be long. The children will want to kiss you goodnight.
I will be but a moment, my pet. You are intruding upon a loving, intimate moment, and I dislike disruptions.
You have this Templar ensorcelled, don't you?
Happiness is bewitching. There is a certain power in all things mortals delight in. I have given him what he always wanted. Where is the harm in that?
His happiness is an illusion, a cruel lie.
All emotion is intangible. You cannot see it, cannot grasp it.
But it is normally caused by something real. Real events, real people. What you've done to him is abhorrent.
I saw his loneliness and longing for a family that loved him.
She's feeding off his innermost desires and taking away his will. This is unholy.
No one else would have known his heart. He did not know it himself.
You've made him into your slave.
I fulfill his dreams. I grant him all his desires. Is he my slave, or am I his? We are partners. I give him what no one else can, and through him, I experience what it is to be mortal.
He deserves to be free from you, to find his own happiness.
What happiness? He has gone through life empty, resentful of his vows. You would return him to this? I want nothing from you. I have what I need. All I ask is that you leave us alone.
So you can drain him and move on. Yeah. So you can drain him and move on to someone else? No.
Then you leave me no choice.
Help! There are bandits at the door. They're going to murder the children.
They will not get past me.
It's a hard choice if you believe what the demon is telling you. If you know what desire demons are, then it's not a hard choice at all. No, there's no actual option to save him one way or another. You have to, like, your options are you can leave him in the demon's thrall, or you can choose to try and kill the demon. In which case, if you do that, he attacks you. And that's the thing, is like, if there was a way to, 'cause the way it looks and the way it basically works is there's really no way to save him. And there's nothing you can do to kind of, like, the demon, it's straight up is implied the demon is actually just draining him dry. Goddamn fucking traps. God fucking damn it, get up! Yeah, it's a pretty sad story, and because like I kind of skipped it, but there's an actual he has his notice of censure on him, which says that he was basically trying to leave the order,
As you desire.
so that he could start a family, but the order wouldn't let him.
Of course.
And so it's a very sad story, but like if I was in that position, I'm just gonna break it. If I was in that kind of position, I would want somebody to just either free me or actually kill me. No, she's straight up a parasite. Like there's no equivocations about it. The Desire Demon does not have any affection for him. Like Desire Demons do not feel love. They feel lust, and they can feel passion. They do not feel love, because otherwise they wouldn't be a demon. They would be a spirit. That's where kind of you have a difference. Spirits by nature are not demons. Well, that's something else. Like in other stories, yeah, that could happen. That could definitely be a thing. In that situation, there was no right answer. I think, did dog level? Thought he did. Level up. Here we go. He leveled twice, okay. Strength, dex, will, con, and we'll put another strength. Let's see, shred or endurance. Let's do endurance. Anybody else level while I wasn't looking? No. There's actually a story I read that is a succubus gets redeemed and becomes an angel again because she falls in love with the human who summoned her. Is one of my, and I've read that story. It's really good. Good, that will make killing you so much easier.
Aren't you tired of all the violence in this world? I know I am. Wouldn't you like to just lay down and forget about all this? Leave it all behind.
Can't keep eyes open. Someone pinch.
Someone pinch
I
me.
will not listen to your lies, demon. You have no power over me.
Resist. You must resist. Else we are all lost.
Why do you fight? You deserve more. You deserve a rest. The world will go on without you.
I like it. I think it looks better. It's just, for some reason, the shadows play weirdly on it. Okay, so normally when you're playing this game, this is the start of a very shitty part of the game. The fade is, because you're stuck in the fade. And it really sucks. It's really terrible. I have a mod that skips most of this, so we won't have to deal with it.
Ah, there you are. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
I can't quite remember what I was doing.
I'm sure you were simply deep in thought. You've been at Weishaupt for some time now. Do you like it here?
Why are we here when we should be battling Darkspawn?
The Darkspawn are gone, remember? You were there in the last great battle. It was a triumph for all of us, bringing down the Archdemon and setting the underground lairs ablaze.
If the Darkspawn are gone, then we're no longer needed.
The Grey Wardens shall be keepers of history. We shall tell tales and sing songs of a more tumultuous time, that others may rejoice in knowing that that time is past.
The Duncan I know would never rest on his laurels.
The Duncan you know was a man forged in the fires of war. I am different now, at peace. I have learned to be tranquil.
Tranquil? You mean sedated.
Foolish child. I have given you so much and you cast it back in my face. Can you not be content with the peace I offer?
You offer complacency, not peace.
It seems only war and death will satisfy you. So be it. Have your war and your darkspawn. May they be your doom.
There we go. So we'll still get to see the important parts of the Fade, but we'll skip most of the fiddly bits.
As you did.
Because one of the big things is like you have to go and jump between these different levels and just do different things, and you get stuff out of it, but it's really long and boring and hyper involved and just not fun.
Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness.
Liliana, what are you doing?
Blessed... what? Who are you?
I beg you, do not disturb the girl's meditations.
Revered Mother? I do not know this person.
We're friends, don't you remember?
I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Please do not vex her. She needs quiet and solitude to calm her mind and heal her heart.
Liliana, listen to me, please. This isn't real.
Isn't real? I don't understand.
You have to trust me when I say it isn't real.
There's something familiar about you, and I find myself trusting you, as odd as that may sound.
Come with me then. We have work to do.
This is your home, your refuge. Do you truly wish to leave the comfort of this place behind? Stay and know peace.
There is no need. I carry the peace of the Chantry in my heart.
You are going nowhere, girl. I will not permit it.
You can't command her any longer, demon. She is free.
No, she is ours, now and forever.
And fight. Yeah.
Holy Mayhaw! She was
A demon, yes.
My head feels heavy. Like I've just woken up from a terrible nightmare. I believe we had some task to accomplish. Let us be on our way.
1:30.
Wait. What's happening to me?
I've changed, what was it? I've changed Morgan, I've changed Liliana, and I've changed Wen. I don't think I've changed any other PCs. For a while I had a mod on that made Alistair actually have darker hair instead of blonde. But I left it at blonde just because family resemblance. Speaking of the devil.
Hey, it's great to see you again. I was just thinking about you. Isn't that a marvelous coincidence? This is my sister, Goldana. These are her children, and there's more about somewhere. We're one big happy family, at long last.
You seem very content.
I am. I'm happier than I've been my entire life. Isn't that strange? I thought being a Grey Warden would make me happy, but it didn't. This does.
I'm overjoyed to have my little brother back. I'll never let him out of my sight again.
The hilarious thing is when you meet her later on. May I borrow him for a second? We have business elsewhere.
I don't think I'll be coming. I don't want to spend my life fighting, only to end up dead in a pit along with rotting darkspawn corpses.
Well, Alistair, is your friend staying for supper?
Say you'll stay. Goldana's a great cook. Maybe she'll make her mince pie. You can, can't you?
Of course, dear brother. Anything for you.
We have to get you away from here before it gets any worse.
You're acting really strangely.
Think about this and how you got here. Think carefully.
All right, if it makes you happy. It's a little fuzzy. That's strange.
Alistair, come and have some tea.
No. Wait. I remember a tower. The circle. It was under attack. There were demons. That's all I really remember.
It's because that's all that happened.
Are you saying this is a dream? But it's so real.
Of course it's real. Now wash up before supper and
Something doesn't feel quite right here. I think I have to go.
Come with me then.
No, he is ours, and I'd rather see him dead than free.
Holy shit.
Of course.
There we go.
Goldana? I can't believe it. How did I not see this earlier?
You're in the Fade, which isn't like the real world.
Yes, well, try not to tell everyone how easily fooled I was. Are we going now? Wait, where are you going? What's happening to me? Hey!
Alistair. Hey! Wait, where are you going? What's happening to me? Hey! Okay, and the last one is when. I find it funny. 10 points for using the word petulant in a sentence. There we go.
Maker, forgive me. I failed them all. They died and I did not stop it.
Don't believe it, Win.
How can I disbelieve what I see, what I hear and smell and feel? Death. Can you not see it? It's all around us.
You're in the Fade. This is a dream.
Why was I spared? If not to help them, what use is my life? Now that I have failed in the task that was given me. Leave me to my grief. I shall bury their bones, scatter their ashes to the four winds, and mourn their passing, till I too am dead.
You have to fight this feeling, whatever it is.
Your blatant disregard for the souls of the dead strikes me as being utterly inappropriate.
To fall apart so easily just does not seem like you.
You do not know me. You have no right to make such judgments.
I am the only thing that's real. Ignore everything else.
I do not know what this will accomplish, but I will do this if it will satisfy you. It is difficult to focus. It feels as though something is stopping me from concentrating. I've never had so much trouble. Perhaps some time away from this place will help me think clearly.
Being away from here should make you feel better.
Don't leave us, Win. We don't want to be alone.
Holy Maker, stay away, foul creature.
You have to defeat them to leave.
Stay, Win. Sleep soundly in the comforting embrace of the earth. Do not fight it. You belong here with us.
No, no, not yet. My task is not yet done. It is not time yet.
Come. Come away to your rest.
Time to kill some people. Ow! Hit me with that stone fist. Chopping off a head, that'll do it.
Is it over? Thank the Maker for you. Wait, what's happening? Where are you going?
There we go. And then now we have to go fight the boss.
As you desire.
Again, you'd have to jump around and do all that kind of stuff. What this does is literally you go to your 3 party members to release them, and then it'll give you everything, like all the stuff that you actually get. It'll give you all of that. Like it gave me all the experience I would normally get, all the codex entries, everything there. And the shape-changing powers, which you're really not going to use. Also all the bumps, because you get some characteristic bumps too. Okay. So I've got Dex is at 28 here. It needs to be at 36 to get the top tier stuff, so we're just going to pump that to over 30. Let's see, so dual weapon expert, Punisher and Unending Fury. What I want is to eventually get here. So we'll go ahead and get... We're going to pick up dual weapon expert. All of the codex entries. I wonder if you can actually... There it is. That is the Black City. Actually, I think all of that is the Black City together.
What do we have here? A rebellious minion? An escaped slave? My, but you do have some gall. But playtime is over. You all have to go back now.
Oh, here I am. And there you are. You just disappeared. Well, no matter.
You tried to keep us apart. You led us from each other because you fear us, don't you?
You will not hold us, demon. We found each other in this place, and you cannot stand against us.
If you go back quietly, I'll do better this time.
I'll do better this time.
Happier.
I'll make my own happiness, thank you.
Can't you think about someone other than yourself? I'm hurt. So very, very hurt.
Not as hurt as you're about to be. Sorry, I'd rather just be rid of your evil right now.
You wish to battle me? So be it. You will learn to bow to your betters, mortal.
Alright. Demon of Sloth. Yep, you have to kill him 4 times.
Try not to look too incompetent. It's embarrassing.
Are you? Are you really? Oh, he resisted. Yep. Up. Ow. Ugh. God damn it, get up. Got him.
You defeated the demon. I never thought I never expected you to free
Poke.
yourself. Free us both. When you return, take the litany of Adrala from my body. It will protect you from the worst of the blood magic.
Your body?
I cannot go with you. I've been here far too long. For you, it will have been an afternoon's nap. Your body won't have wasted away in the real world while your spirit lays in the hands of the demon.
You think you're going to die?
Every minute I was here, the sloth demon was feeding off of me, using my life to fuel the nightmares of this realm. There is so little of me left. I was never meant to save the circle or survive its troubles. I am dying. It is as simple as that.
You're not dying. I could heal you.
Thank you, but it is too late for me. I do not fear what may come. They say we return to the Maker in death, and that isn't such a terrible thing. My only regret is that I could not save the circle. But you can. Take the litany off my body when you return. It is important.
I will do this.
I'm not a hero. Perhaps trying to be one.
Excuse me. Excuse me again. Ordinary people can do great things when they have to.
Dark times, greater acts of heroism, eh? You may be right. Before I was taken to the circle, my mother said I was meant for greatness. I would be more than my ancestors could have ever dreamed. I hope I haven't disappointed her.
You didn't, Neil.
It is time for us both to be on our way. Remember the litany of Adrala. The circle is all that matters now. Thank you, and goodbye, friend.
That's the one biggest issue with this, with the skip fade mod, is it doesn't really let you get to know Neal at all, because over the course of the skip fade thing, you actually do become friends with him, and he helps you out as best as he can. Alright, so I'm just gonna put more cunning on her sheet. Next. Critical shot. Yep, I have got the litany of Drawler right there.
As you desire.
Just gotta finish making our way through here, and we'll get to the boss. The final boss of the tower.
All right.
Drakes! Dragonlings! They make a very weird purring noise. That looks like a lost dog. Or Archon, as I call him.
As you desire.
Okay, I'm about to get slammed from two different angles here. Oh, Alistair leveled.
As you desire.
Soldier's corpse. Okay, let's level you up, Alistair. You're level 10 now. Strength, Dex, and Con. Overpower, shield wall. I think actually I'm going to give you cleanse area. We might need it. Actually, we're past actually needing it.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
All right.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Okay.
As you desire.
And get ready to be attacked. There we go. I was like, that's a trap. There we go. Dagger and health poultices.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Okay. Almost at the end. Oh, now we have everyone's favorite Templar.
This trick again? I know what you are. It won't work. I will stay strong.
A Templar. And it seems he's a prisoner.
The boy is exhausted. And this cage, I've never seen anything like it. Rest easy. Help is here.
Enough visions. If anything in you is human, kill me now and stop this game.
He's delirious. He's been tortured and has probably been denied food and water. I can tell. Here, I have a skin of...
Don't touch me. Stay away. Filthy blood mages. Getting in my head. I will not break.
Cullen can fuck right off.
I'd rather die.
You're not going to die. Not if I can help it.
Silence! I'll not listen to anything you say. Now be gone! Still here. But that's always worked before. I close my eyes, but you are still here when I open them.
Are you not a fan of Cullen, Rose? I'm real, and I'm here to help you.
Don't blame me for being cautious. The voices, the images, so real. Did Gregor send you? How? How did you get here?
Ah, I defeated everything in my way. Now it's Uldred's turn.
Good. Kill Uldred. Kill them all for what they've done. They caged us like animals. Looked for ways to break us. I'm the only one left. They turned some into monsters and... there was nothing I could do.
Where are Irving and the other mages?
What others? What are you talking about?
Irving and the other mages who fought Uldred. Where are they?
They are in the harrowing chamber. The sounds coming up from there. Oh, Maker.
We must hurry. They are in grave danger, I am sure of it.
You can't save them. You don't know what they've become.
We can't just kill them all.
They've been surrounded by blood mages whose wicked fingers snake into your mind and corrupt your thoughts.
His hatred of mages is so intense. The memory of his friends' deaths is still fresh in his mind.
You have to end it now, before it's too late.
I want to save everyone who can possibly be saved.
Are you really saving anyone by taking this risk? To ensure this horror is ended, To guarantee that no abominations or blood mages live, you must kill everyone up there.
I'd rather spare a Maleficarum than risk harming an innocent.
Thank you. I knew you would make a rational decision.
Rational? How is this rational? Do you understand the danger?
I know full well of the dangers of magic, but killing innocents because they might be Maleficarum is not justice. I know you are angry.
You know nothing. I am thinking about the future of the Circle, of Ferelden.
I do not want the blood of innocents on my hands.
I am just willing to see the painful truth, which you are content to ignore. But what can I do? As you can see, I am in no position to directly influence your actions, though I would love to deal with the mages myself.
Perhaps I can free you.
Don't waste time on me. Deal with Uldred. If that is what you plan to do, once he is dead, I will be freed.
Stay safe. It'll be over soon.
No one ever listens. Not until it's far too late. Maker turn his gaze on you. I hope your compassion hasn't doomed us all.
He grows so much over the course of the games. Because he shows up in Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age 3. What movie are you watching, Dragon Cat?
Look what we have here. An intruder. I bid you welcome. Care to join in our revels?
I take it you're Uldred.
Oh, very observant. I'm quite impressed you're still alive. Unfortunately, that must mean you killed my servants. Oh, well, they are probably better off dying in the service of their betters than living with the terrible responsibility of independence.
I'm sorry, are you upset that I killed your lackeys?
We needn't fixate on who killed whom. That doesn't help our relationship.
There's no relationship to speak of. You're an abomination.
A mage is but the larval form of something greater. Your chantry vilifies us, calls us abominations, when we have truly reached our full potential. Look at them. The chantry has them convinced. They deny themselves the pleasure of becoming something
That's the way he says that.
glorious.
Deny themselves the
There's
pleasure.
nothing glorious about what you've become, Uldred.
Uldred? He is gone. I am Uldred, and yet not Uldred. I am more than he was. I could give you this gift to win. You and all the mages. It would be so much easier if you just accepted it. But some people can be so stubborn.
I'm glad so many of them stood up to you.
And what good did that do? I still won. I even have the first enchanter on my side, don't I, Irving?
What have you done to him?
Stop him. He is building an army. He will
sly little fox, Irving, telling on me like that. And here I thought he was starting to turn.
Never.
That's enough out of you, Irving. He'll serve me eventually, as will you.
No. I think... No, that's not what I want. No, I won't. I'd rather die.
Killing you would be a waste. Your raw potential, with the strength of a demon behind it, would be unstoppable. I can do that. I can give you power and a new life.
I'm sorry, I can't let you do that, Star Fox.
I don't think your opinion matters. That is what I've decided, and that is what will be done. Fight, if you must. It will just make my victory all the sweeter.
Don't forget the litany. It will thwart Uldred's attempts to control the mages, and win this fight for us.
Alright, we got to fight. Ah, crap. Come on. I can't. I just used the litany. There we go.
As you desire. And so I shall.
There we go. First Enchanter Irving.
Maker, I'm too old for this.
Irving, are you all right?
I've been better. But I am thankful to be alive. I suppose that is your doing, isn't it, Win?
I wasn't alone. I had help.
The Circle owes both of you a debt we will never be able to repay. Come. The Templars await. We shall let them know that the tower is once again ours.
Very well. Lead on.
I'll need you to guide me down the stairs. Curse whoever insisted the Circle be housed in a tower.
Were you saying another one, Rose? Another one what?
Irving? Maker's breath. I did not expect to see you alive.
It is over, Gregor. Uldred is dead.
Uldred tortured
Oh,
these
yeah.
mages, hoping to break their wills and turn them into abominations. We don't know how many of them have turned.
What? Don't be ridiculous.
Of course he'll say that. He might be a blood mage. Don't you know what they did? I won't let this happen again.
I am the Knight Commander here, not you.
Well, what does the Knight Commander think then?
We have won back the tower. I will accept Irving's assurance that all is well.
But they may have demons within them, lying dormant, lying in wait.
Enough. I have already made my decision. Thank you. You have proven yourself a friend of both the Circle and the Templars.
And what about the Darkspawn? I require aid.
I promised you aid, but with the Circle restored, my duty is to watch the mages. They are free to help you, however. Speak to them.
You mean the First Enchanter?
Yes, Irving. For now, I will have to oversee a sweep of the tower. There may be some survivors, and we should do our best to tend to them. Please excuse me. And Irving, it is good to have you back.
Ah, I'm sure we'll be at each other's throats again in no time. Here we are, the tower in disarray, the Circle nearly annihilated. Oh,
It could have been much, much worse. I am glad you arrived when you did. It's almost as though the Maker himself sent you.
I'm glad I could help.
From what Gregor said, it seems that you came here seeking allies. The least we can do is help you against the Darkspawn. I would hate to survive this, only to be overcome by the Blight.
So I have your word.
You have my word. As first enchanter, the Circle will join the Grey Wardens in the fight.
Irving, I have a request. I seek leave to follow the Grey Warden.
When we need you here, the Circle needs you.
I appreciate the sentiment, Irving. But the Circle will do fine without me. The Circle has you. This man is brave and good, and capable of great things. If he will accept my help, I will help him accomplish his goals.
I'd be honored to have you join me, Wynne.
You were never one to stay in the tower when there was adventure to be had.
Adventure! Oh!
Why stay when I can be of service elsewhere?
Then I give you leave to follow the Grey Warden, but know that you always have a place here. There is much to be done here, and I must go. You must forgive me for not being a proper host.
I understand. Till we meet again.
When the time comes, we will stand beside you.
Yay, we got all that approval. Okay. Get rid of that. And go ahead and head back out. That's Ban Lauren. We'll go to the party camp.
The Blight. How will you end it?
We have to fight the Archdemon.
Is that all? It is surrounded by an ocean of Darkspawn. How will you reach it? If you reach it, how will you slay it? You say you are a Grey Warden. I have heard stories of this order.
What have you heard?
Great strategists and peerless warriors. That is what we hear of the Wardens. So far, I am not impressed.
I'm not here to impress you.
Evidently not. It remains only to see what you are here for.
You actually get approval with Sten when you basically sit and say, I'm not here to impress you.
Something on your mind? Of course.
If you were raised by the Chantry, have you never...
Never what? Had a good pair of shoes?
You know what I mean.
I'm not sure I do. Have I never seen a basilisk? Ate jellied ham? Have I never licked a lamppost in winter?
Now you're just making fun of me.
Make fun of my comrade in arms? Perish the thought. Well, you tell me. Have you ever licked a lamppost in winter?
Licked a lamppost in winter? I've licked my fair share of lampposts, and then some.
That's a disturbing mental image you conjure right now. I myself never had the pleasure. Not that I have
Pleasure.
but, you know.
Oh, I see. You lack the proper parts.
Oh, that's funny. Your cruel japes will be remembered, sir. If you hear sobbing later, that's me crying myself to sleep.
At least you'll get some decent rest.
Ha ha ha. Your cruel interrogation will be remembered forever. Or maybe just until lunch. Lunch makes everything better. Oh, look, I have cheese.
See, that is why Theron and Alistair are like the best friends ever. Because they talk shit about each other. Okay. Alright, so now that we have Wen in the party, I mean, I got a lot of stuff to sell. Wen, okay. Cinderfell gauntlets. Actually, take those off because we're gonna do some stuff. Archon robes. Apprentice cowl. She can't go ahead and wear that because that's not going to change based off what I'm about to do. I'm about to need to sell those. God, I got a lot of shit to sell. Okay. Who's the Rose of Lore? That's for Wen, yeah.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
That goes for Dog. Okay, I need to... No, that's not what I wanted. I don't have Morgan's robes on me. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. That is not what I intended to do. Morgan's robes. Okay, first I'm going to save to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Yeah, that's what I needed. Okay. Inventory. Morgan, dear, I'm going to need your clothing. That's wrong. Spell, no, I need transfer item stats. Okay. Now, hopefully I do this correctly. If not, that's why I saved. So... basically what I want to do is take... clothes. So... there we go, that's what I wanted. So she's wearing clothing that looks like hers, but isn't hers. Basically, it upgrades her abilities. Wen can get Vestments of the Seer now. There we go. Alright. Yes, that hat is silly. That is why I don't... that's why I've disabled helmets. So you don't actually see them. We're just going to put everything in there, pretty much. The caddises won't count. Yeah, you were telling me that earlier. Let's see. Now the staff she has is Okay, the staff she has gives her doesn't do as much damage, but it gives her better stats. So I'll give her Cinderfell gauntlets. And I don't have any nice boots, unfortunately. I got scale boots, but I don't want to give her scale mail. Let me see if I have any mage boots over here. Ancient Elven boots. Does not look like it. Okay. Stuff can be sold. Templar armor. Archon's robes. Okay. Yeah. I know that feeling. That movie is just plain sad. Everything about it is sad. Okay, so I need item disposal. I'm gonna keep the senior enchanter robe, so I'll get rid of the apprentice cowl. Need to put that on dog. Get rid of the silver rings. Don't need those. So much to get rid of. Okay. He already has arrows of filth. Okay. There we go. That's not right. That cleared out some space. Now we do gift giving. Okay, do I have anything? I think I have one thing for Alistair. I've got a white runestone.
I could get used to this, you know.
Morgan, I've got the silver chain.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
And black grimoire.
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire? Ever since we discovered the condition of the Mage's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you. How fortunate that you found it on your own. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
What? I don't even get a kiss?
I suppose something is deserved for all your efforts, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
Flemeth's Grimoire. She's at moderate magic, which is plus 10. Okay. Sir Gilmore, I do not have anything else for him. Don't have anything. Liliana. Chantry Amulet.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Stend. Water-stained portrait.
I'm impressed. My thanks.
Don't have anything else for Adela. Don't have anything else for Tamlin. No, I don't have anything for Shale. And wind stuff is in the... over here. Let's see. It's for Ogren. And Wen has wine, because that's what she wants. Ogren and Zevran. Who's the small family? Okay, it's Source's family. Okay. Let me actually go talk to Wen and see what she... Or I can actually, on the way, talk to Sten.
You are not quite as callow as I thought. That is unexpected.
Thanks, I guess. You're welcome. So will you now tell me why you were caged?
I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware.
Well, exactly what happened.
I told you before that I was sent here. I was not sent alone. I came to your lands with 7 of the Beresad, my brothers, to seek answers about the Blight. We made our way across the Ferelden countryside without incident, seeing nothing of the threat we were sent to observe. Until the night we camped by Lake Calenhad. They came from everywhere. The earth beneath our feet, the air above us. Our own shadows harbored the darkspawn. I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I fell.
What happened to the other Kunari?
I am told no others survived. I don't know how long I lay on the battlefield among the dead, nor do I know how the farmers found me. I only know that when I woke I was no longer among my brothers, and my sword was gone from my hand.
You probably dropped it on the battlefield.
Perhaps. I searched for it, and when that failed I asked my rescuers what had become of it.
And then?
I killed them. With my bare hands. I did. I knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to lie to me. I panicked. Unthinking, I struck them down.
It's only an object, Sten. You could get another sword.
Do your people have no souls as we know them? Convenient for you. That sword was made for my hand alone. I have carried it from the day I was set into the Beresad. I was to die wielding it for my people. Even if I could cross Ferelden and Tevinter unarmed and alone to bring my report to the Arishok, I would be slain on sight by the Antam. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. No soldier would cast aside his blade while he drew breath.
Couldn't you search for it?
If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now.
Where did you fight the Darkspawn?
Near Lake Calenhad.
We'll find it.
Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same.
Sword of the Beresad. Talk to Wen.
Oh, it's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Are you all right?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
No, you're a person.
Very funny. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
I'm sure you'll be kicking around for years yet.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't. Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
No, the ones in the tower were the first I had ever seen.
The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
Seeing the monster that you could be is unsettling, yes.
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back. Or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
If one retains one's humanity, one is not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
No. More approval from Wen.
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
Do you need anything?
There are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
So yeah, I can contribute loose runes if I want to. There's Adela and Tamlin to speak to, so let's see here. There we go. I've got questions for you. Tell me more about Duncan. Oh, nothing at the moment. Okay, she doesn't have anything more on that subject. Let's see. I'm gonna ask you something personal. Do you have family somewhere? I mean, besides the Grey Warden back in Jader. Real family, you know, father, mother, brother, sisters. My mother lives in Leeds, which is a town a bit further west than Jader. She grew up there, as did I. If you were born on the surface, then why are you branded? I wasn't born on the surface, I just grew up on the surface. Why did you leave your home? It's a long story. Are you sure you wish to hear it? Yes, I would. My mother was born on the surface, so she didn't have a brand even though she was considered casteless. She could very easily pass herself off as a merchant caste in Kal Shirak and Orzammar. While selling her goods from the commons of Orzammar, she met my father. My mother was very beautiful, my father very handsome. It was love at first sight. Did your father know that your mother was actually casteless? Not quite. My father just assumed my mother was merchant caste. The match would have been a little imprudent, but nothing dishonorable. Unfortunately for my mother, I was born a girl, so I inherited her caste, or lack thereof. I'm sure she had hoped that I was a boy, so she'd never have to tell him the truth. I take it the truth came out eventually, though. When my father found out, he had me branded and then abandoned us. My mother left Orzammar for the surface immediately. She brought me to her childhood home in Orlais, where I grew up. You're fortunate your mother was born on the surface. She got an approval there. I have some questions about what happened to you. What happened to you in the underground city? Dark thing found me, told me I came through Illuvion. Illuvion? You mean the magic mirror? Must be Illuvion, ancient elven word, and mirror, ancient elven. Then what happened? I was sick, dying, tainted. Dark thing offered release from pain. And you accepted. Pain too much, no choice. What did it do to you? Hastened to taint in me. So you became a ghoul. Yes, no pain, no thirst, no hunger, only singing. Okay. Let's go talk to Shale, see what Shale has to say.
I've watched a lot of humans in my time. It should be aware that I've decided that it is not much like any of them.
Because I'm not human?
Oh, it's not just that. Well, I'm sure that's part of it, but it's not only that. Surely it must come from some superior lineage, yes? Some breed of flesh creature that has decided to elevate its genetic...
I really love Shale. Very likely. I am Dalish after all.
Then that must be it. The humans have always spoken about elves being inferior, but obviously this is their own stupidity talking. I would appreciate if it didn't spread around that I said anything. Humans might start to get the wrong idea. They might start thinking their race is not completely hopeless.
And we wouldn't want that.
Indeed. Can it imagine the horror? Oh. Now, let us
Hey everybody, I'm back to it. Sorry if that took too long. Just had to make sure everything was taken care of. Alright. Make sure it's... There we go. Resume game. Okay. So, let's see here. Ah, why for you chew on my leg? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put some turn-in runes for the circle. Unassigned expert runes. Circle. Journeyman runes. So, you just like my legs then? That's what you're saying?
Even the Templars will be impressed by the powers you will command.
Okay. Let's go ahead. Leave. It's okay. Let's go ahead and... So, we just picked up Win.
Yes.
Indeed.
So we'll take those 3. And we'll head for Soldier's Peak. Yay, DLC. Oh, wait. First we have...
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Banon that you step down from the Regency.
Fucking Arl Howe.
They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards.
An assassin? Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best.
Yes, that is the fuck who murdered the Kuzlins.
Just get it done.
Nice. Those two were pretty funny. Spend 4 gold and allocate all 3 workers to, helplessly giggling at the mention of Huttos and Tutsis.
Maker's breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels.
Just admit it, you were lost a couple of times.
I wasn't lost, it's just that the map got soggy. We're here. So, I'll follow you about, from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
Right.
Soldier's Peak. Looks like it's seen better days. Better centuries, more like.
Fall back! Fall back already!
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave the Wardens one chance to die with honor.
Instead, they hole up like cowards. We follow the king's advice then. Starve them out.
But the pig has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are too weak to lift their weapons, we will send them to their final judgment.
What was that? Felt a bit woozy there. I'm not mad, am I? You saw it too?
I've heard an Orlesian ballad about something like this. A beauty trapped in a dream. In the song, Belisa never wakes up.
Your prissy friend here is making me nervous, Warden. How's this even possible? The place must truly be haunted.
The veil is thin here. The circle tower was this way too.
The veil?
It's what separates the Fade from demons. It separates us from the Fade and demons.
Thank Andraste you came, Warden. After you.
Alright. Let's see here. Oh look! Bad guys.
Another foe fallen!
Nope. Got some people behind us. These are warden skeletons. Who leveled? Win leveled. Oh. More just spawned. Who blasphemes and bubbles at the center of all affinity, and whose names no lips dare speak aloud, and who gnaws hungrily at inconceivable unlighted chambers beyond time? Heartwarming orphans. Journeyman Hail Rune. Oh, hail.
And so I shall.
New quest, ancient history. Okay, yeah, I remember this one. Why did the chicken cross the road? Heath Ledger. That one didn't make any sense. Health cultist. Antique warden crossbow. I don't think there's anything down there. Nope. Alright, so on inside. Finally, a service that delivers blank right to your door, winking at old people.
The men's morale is low. My spells are of no use in this matter, Commander.
There is more to leading men than sorcery, Avernus. I will remind them that they're wardens. Men, I won't lie to you. The situation is grim.
Oh, I need to level
Our
1.
forces outnumbered, our bellies empty, and our hearts are sagging. But we are wardens!
That's just silly.
Archdemons die when they taste our blades. So are we to bend knee to a mere human despot? No! I, for one, will never give up. I, for one, will never surrender just to dance on Arlen's gallows. So I propose here and now In these hallowed halls where generations of our brethren stood vigil against darkspawn and evil, that we send a message to that fat bastard. In this sacred place, proud men, strong men stood defiant, and would rather die than submit to tyranny.
Yay!
So brave, even when starving, and my great-great-grandmother stood with them.
Sounds like there's greatness in your blood.
Oh, well, that's kind of you to say. Generations of Dryden's have said that our stock were lions, fierce, proud, and noble. But I've gabbed enough. Lead on, my friend.
Okay. Alright, Wynn needs to level up. It's actually relatively easy to level mages. Let's see here. Do not have high enough level to up her spirit healer. She's already got the max for that one. Heroic defense. To prepare for his upcoming role, Daniel Day-Lewis immersed himself in the world of A Horse with No Legs. I give her Arcane Shield. You is a silly woman, Rose. This poster reads, "On these grounds, virtuous men stood against a tyrant. They stood defiant and stood for freedom. And then they died. What killed my boner? Being bitten by a radioactive spider and then battling leukemia for 30 years. That's just wrong. It is signed by the Grey Warden defenders who were besieged by King Arlen's forces. Read the names of the fallen. Captain Mello, the Black Ferret, Chair Thrower Lopez, Sir Derek of Orlais, and Jason the Longbow. The socialist governments of Scandinavia have declared that access to the depression that ensues after catching them all is a basic human right." Alan the Quibbler, Cartography Martyr, Captain or David the Silent, Dustin the Colorblind, Ebiger the Bovine Brethren, Farrell the Feral, Sir Graham the Untiring, and Jason Sands les Argonauts. Don't forget, beginning this week, Casual Friday will officially become Crying and Shitting and Eating Spaghetti Friday. That's just weird. Let's see. We'll read through all these. Okay. That's just weird. Yay, randomness. Oh, an arcane horror. And dead. That's why I wonder why you guys don't play with it more often. Letter from Ben Mathwin Wolf.
Delighted.
Uh-oh. Is that on BDO you're talking about, Rose? Just do exclamation point commands, and you'll see the ones I have set up.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Have you changed?
As you desire.
Yes, there's... If you wanted to, like, play the game as it was designed, if you played where one person draws a black card, and then, like, everyone else in the chat draws a white card, and then you decide which one wins and stuff like that, you can do it by doing the black and doing the white. If you want to just do, like, a straight random prompt and random response, you just do exclamation point CAH. That's basically, if you guys wanted to do that, we had that option. Again, I'm always wondering. I'm trying. I have the bot like that's set up to do stuff like to let you guys know about that. It's just it's one of those things. I think a lot of people aren't paying attention to the bot commands.
All right.
Anything in here? Does not look like it. Hang on, I didn't miss something that was... I thought for certain there was more stuff in here. A note or something? No? Yes? No? Maybe? There we go. I was hitting the wrong thing.
And so I shall.
Well, it's the one that talks about the Magic 8 Ball and the Magic 8 Ball and the Cards Against Humanity.
Of course.
Fuck, you just did it. Oh shit, one just like appeared in the middle of the room. And then another one.
As you desire.
There are actually multiple YouTube videos on how to set up your Ankh-Bot and get everything to work. The hardest problem with Ankh-Bot is getting it set up to work with other services. I'm not like the rest of you. I'm too rich and busy for improvised explosive devices.
Of course.
This book is badly burned. You can make a word out here and there, but that's all.
The door won't hold, Alchemist.
Almost done. The truth must be told.
What does it matter? We're dead.
Version of finally finishing off the Indians.
Rebellion so close. And to die here a stillbirth.
We never should have done it. Wardens aren't supposed to oppose kings and princes.
Should we stand idly by?
Let's make things awkward.
Rebellion?
That would make it a little awkward, yes. Maybe there are other records.
We can only hope.
Well, it depends on the orgy. Soldier's Peak Chapter 2. Oh, that's just disgusting. Randomness. It's like, well then, yes. And that one didn't make sense.
Andraste's blood! What?
More Avernus! Whatever it takes! Press them! Press them now!
No! I command you fight the king's men!
So much death, suffering, and oh yes, blood.
That's the problem when you use blood magic.
Torn now. Your soul is mine, Avernus.
Avernus is also a good name.
Retreat now! The
I
battle
think
is
I've got
lost!
a rash or something on the inside of my arm.
Avernus!
That makes sense. Molson is a type of popular beer in Canada.
More fighting.
Uh-oh, time to fight. Rage Demon Abomination. Oh, that's right. We got to kill these guys. Kill the wardens first. Stop fighting him. Now we can kill the Rage Demon. Got him. Aww. I can't bring my insatiable bloodlust onto airplanes now.
The warden summoned demons. Can't believe it. And my grandmother, she knew.
Wardens don't forbid blood magic. Anything it takes to win.
I believed that my family was better than that. But answers may lay up ahead.
Now, they added a 6/6 flying trample. That's pretty good. With flying, trample, and blowing up Parliament! What is the mana cost for that, I wonder? Okay, let's see here. Lesser injury kit, okay. When we have a new magic staff. Let's see here. Hits harder. Does cold damage. Let's go ahead and use that one. Blowing up Parliament. Oh, more people to kill. Raspberry jam? There's only one person who had raspberry jam me. Lone Star. Okay, so there's a force field over that, so I can't get through it. So we're gonna go this way.
Delighted.
Step no further!
That's just evil.
Get this annoyance away from me! This one would speak with you.
Who or what are you?
This one is the Dryden, Commander, Sophia. All these things.
Grandmother?
You have slain many of the demon ilk to get here. This one would propose a deal.
Levy, I'm afraid your great-great-grandmother is possessed.
That, or she's really let herself go. My great-great-grandmother is dead. I don't know what that is.
Is there anything left, anything of the real Sophia left inside you?
This one has tasted her memories, seen her thoughts and hidden places. But she is food for this one. No more, no less.
And why should I trust a demon?
What is one woman child compared to your might? Strike me down if my terms offend. A fool this one would be to betray the Warden.
I've heard enough. Die, demon.
Fool!
Buttering you up, yeah. Yay, I leveled. Okay. So we need more decks, more decks, more decks. Coming to the West End this year, same-sex ice dancing, the musical. Whirlwind, Punisher. I need one more level to get that. Let's see. Let's check Death Strike. Oh, I can only use that with two-handed weapons. Shit. Crap. Oh well.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Do the dew with our most extreme flavor yet. Get ready for Mountain Dew, the wrath of Vladimir Putin. Short story. I met Duncan and he liked me.
Ah, you are keeping this tale to yourself, I see. Fair enough. Forgive me for prying.
My old life doesn't matter anyway. I'm a Grey Warden now.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Okay. Did not mean to strike up a conversation, but... Okay.
And so I shall.
So, she's got the Warden Commander outfit. And the Warden Tower Shield. And she's also got the Blighted Warden Commander outfit, which is not as good. But looks different.
All right.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Oh. Typical. Alright, so we broke through that. Now we get to go through this door. There's nothing in there. Okay, kill the Warden skeletons! Well, kill them more. There we go.
Right ahead.
Stop walking on traps.
Delighted.
Okay. Oh, more corpses.
People are always so...
Blank, that was so metal. Firing a rifle into the air while balls deep in a squealing hog. This appears to be old research of the mage Avernus, a detailed series of experiments in terse, clinical handwriting.
Day 32. The subject is not responding to the stimuli. Testing the pain threshold has uncovered nothing. Only 3 subjects are left. Day 82. If only I could reproduce last night's extraordinary success. Electricity is only a catalyst. The blood is the key. Day 97. Energy and blood. Repeated applications have duplicated the results. I conjecture that success can be induced alchemically. But there are no more subjects left. If only I had 1 more or a dozen. The things I could do.
Yeah, Avernus is not a good person. There we go. Avernus's notes. If you can't stand Genghis Khan, get out of the kitchen. This noxious poison appears to be a culmination of Avernus's horrific research. I've disabled song requests right now because I'm actually playing a game. It promises to unlock the hidden potential of the tainted blood you drank during the joining. Drink the vial's contents. Pain racks your body, but there is power with this pain. And a hint of understanding. You've gained access to new abilities. Hooray! Let's see here. I have Power of Blood abilities. Bloodthirst, which is a sustained ability. A warrior's own tainted blood spills in sacrifice, increasing movement speed, attack speed, and critical hit chance. For as long as this mode is active, however, the warrior suffers greater damage and continuously diminishing health. Let's see. Blood Fury. Activated. Personal. Warrior sprays tainted blood in order to knock back nearby enemies, which may resist by passing a physical resistance check. The gush of blood, however, results in loss of personal health. That's just mean. More like Berserker mode.
I hear you. Don't disrupt my concentration. Even now, the demons seek to replenish their numbers. Are you to thank for this welcomed but temporary imbalance?
The old warden mage. You're still alive?
Only just. I have only a short time left.
Careful. This man has dabbled in matters forbidden by the Maker. He may look frail, but don't trust him.
So the Maker told you that, did he? Short-sighted men have forbidden my research, not any god. Enough. Why are you here? What is your intent?
I'm here to recover the Grey Warden's base.
An admirable goal. But in order to achieve this, the demons must be cut off forever.
I want some answers.
To what questions, I wonder? Ask.
Sophia's great-grandson brought me here. Levi, go ahead.
Master Mage, sir, my family name has been worth less than dirt for over a century. Do you have any proof that Sophia was a hero?
The boy who braved the mists. So you heeded my call. And you are a Dryden. The cosmos has a sense of humor.
Your call?
He was but a boy when he entered the tunnels below the peak. His heart pure, his character certain. In dreams, I gave him the keys he would need. He would be my deliverance.
Just answer Livy's question.
Your great-great-grandmother was the best of us. Brave, charismatic, fiery, utterly devoted to the fight. But still we lost. We fought against a tyrant, you know, so full of vigor then, so blind to consequence. But proof? There's none to be had.
I'm sorry, Levi.
I had hoped. But thank you, Warden.
How have you survived these many years?
The Chantry foolishly forbids blood magic, but there are so many secrets to uncover. As my body decayed, I found ways to extend it. But that can only go so far.
Tell me about what happened here.
What use would storytelling serve? The tyrant Arland is long dead, as is all our noble co-conspirators and the Grand Rebellion. Sophia's corpse may walk and talk, but she, too, is no more.
How was Arland a tyrant?
He ruled with fear and poison, his treachery pit noble against noble in terrible battle. We thought him a monster. We gathered allies to rebel. But the toll of years has erased our failure, hasn't it? It seemed so pressing then, but the kingdom lives on.
What happened to the rebellion?
Too many mouths to quiet. Even sorcery can only go so far. So we met with Tyrn Kuzland. With him on our side, we had a chance of victory. Instead, the King's Guard ambushed us. Commander Dryden and I barely escaped.
You practice blood magic on nobles?
Of course, to nudge people to keep our secrets safe. Sophia should have let me nudge harder. Her scruples were her undoing.
You had to know that summoning so many demons was foolhardy.
Perhaps, but it was survival. For months, I prepared the summoning circles, researched the darkest depths of the Fade. That moment was a triumph of demonic law. Dozens of demons, called by my hand. But with so many variables, I suppose, calculation errors were inevitable. I was so close.
You're to blame for all of this. Some things you just don't do.
From a warden, that means something. So tired, so old. Let me undo my greatest of mistakes. Let me cleanse this place. Then I will accept whatever justice you feel I merit.
Commander Dryden knew of the demons?
She gave the order. I would have summoned the demons anyway. Only under wardens can true magical research continue. A chance to rediscover the secrets of ancient Tevinter.
You do remember how that ended. Black City, Darkspawn.
Chantry lies told to subjugate the mages, to keep them docile.
How do you know the Chantry's wrong?
And how do you know they are right? Their faith would have you swallow a great deal for small comfort.
The time for questions is over.
So be it. My only request, if justice or vengeance drive you, stay your hand until the demons are dealt with.
Until the demons are dead, we are allies.
That will do for now. We must go to the Great Hall. There, I will repair the damage I caused so long ago. There will be peril. The demons will fight us every step of the way. Come.
If you insist. That's just disgusting. Oh.
Allow me. I could do
Giggity.
that for you.
Giggity Rose. Choking on a pickle. Mm-hmm. Nothing down there. Giggity. Giggity. You have been waylaid by blank and must extracting the maximum amount of money from naive customers, and you must defend yourself. Well, that kind of makes sense.
We must act quickly. The demons are clawing on the gates. The veil must be closed.
What do I do?
I will unravel the summoning circles I drew so long ago. Waves of spirits and demons may come through. Dispatch them. I will begin. First, I must summon the magical energies. I feel them. They're coming.
Basically, I have to protect him while he does all this shit.
So I shall.
Okay, so we got those guys. Next. LA County Jail. Word is you can trade 200 cigarettes for a father and son fighting each other over the last scrap of bread. That's just... I don't know how I feel about that one. Ashrafe.
I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
Means I've been chosen to do something important.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
You mean to say I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men. And you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are.
This would be great if we were back in town, if my mouse wasn't accidentally clicking on people. Keep that in mind.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
So in a way, having power confines you.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength,
I don't
The
care
drop causes
when.
ripple, but I've lectured.
Yes. You should, because we're right in the middle of a fucking fight. Thou art amused.
It's over. The veil is strong now. Stronger, at least. I said I'd submit to judgment. And so I shall.
That's the one specifically, the one that talks about commands. The new Chevy Tahoe, with the power and space to take Mitt Romney's 8 sons, Kip, Sam, Trot, Fergus, Toolshed, Grisham, Hawkeye, and Thorpe, everywhere you go. You must atone. Research ways to help wardens, ethically.
With what time I have left, I will do this. It may take months or years for my research to reach fruition. When it does, I will send for you. Thank you for this, Warden.
You've done it, Warden. Soldier's Peak is safe again. That old geezer of Avernus deserves the gallows if you ask me, but people will do queer things to survive. But if he does the proper research, without the sacrifices and blood magic and all, maybe he'll turn up something good. But there
It's
was no
almost
proof
midnight.
to redeem my family.
Even if you had proof, Sophia's actions were damning.
I suppose they were at that. For so long, I was focused on the past, on answers. But I think I would have been better off had I stayed at home. Enough of that, though. I find myself at a loss. You've got a whole fortress now. I suppose I should start plying my trade again.
Any chance I could convince you to stay on?
You know I'm no good in a fight, but I'm a fair trader if I do say so myself. My cousins have been looking for a safe place to store trade goods, and the Peak will do nicely. Whatever the Drydens have to offer are yours, for a sizable discount.
Looks like we're done here. A demonic invasion thwarted, a warden base safely rescued. We do good work.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Whoop, we have the remains from the Desire Demon over here. And because I completed that quest, I can now come over here and hit the... recite the Grey Warden Oath, which opens up a chest.
As you desire.
Which gives me Azuran's Might, which is a longsword, Shadow Belt, Metal Kite Shield, and Heavy Infantry on. Right. So
And so I
leave.
shall.
Ah. Ah. Fortunately, once you leave the keep, you can't actually come back in here, so... But I've already cleared everything out I needed to.
Of course.
What is... oh my. You? What? Hmm. Some flirty comment involving pickles always being hard. We can leave. Let's see here. Let us go. What's that? Oh, that's Goron down there, yeah. I need a command for what? Hard pickles?
I have been studying Mother's grimoire. Do you wish to hear what I have found?
What did you find?
'Tis not what I expected. I had hoped for a collection of her spells, a map of the power that she commands.
Flirty comments, yeah. Yet you look disturbed.
Disturbed? Yes, perhaps that is the right word. One thing in particular within her writings disturbs me. Here, in great detail, Flemeth explains the means by which she has survived for centuries.
Let me guess. She drinks blood? Eats children?
That is closer to the truth than you might think. Flemeth has raised many daughters over her long lifetime. There are stories of these many witches of the wilds throughout chastened legend, yet I have never seen a one, and always wondered why not. And now I know. They are all Flemeth. When her body becomes old and wizened, she
Boar,
raises a daughter.
grizzly
And when the
bear,
time is right, she takes her
tiger,
daughter's body for her own.
Mammoth. So why would she risk sending you with me?
I do not know. Perhaps 'tis as she said, the Darkspawn threaten her as much as they threaten anyone else. Or perhaps she believes that this journey will make me more powerful. According to the tome, if the host is already powerful and trained in magic, it takes far less time for Flemeth to settle in.
So if you died, she would have another daughter?
Not by any natural means. Perhaps I should take this as a vote of confidence from her on my capabilities. Or perhaps she simply wished me gone from the Korkari wilds, so she could prepare her ritual in peace. A disturbing thought.
I don't know, Dragon Cat. Are you certain about this?
Indeed. That is primarily what this tome details. The various daughters that Flemeth has acquired. Their preparation and training. I recognize all of it. I am to be her next host. This is my purpose.
So, what do you intend to do about it?
There is only one possible response to this. Flemeth needs to die. I will not sit about like an empty sack waiting to be filled. Flemeth must be slain, and I need your help to do it.
Very well. I'll help you, if I can.
Then what needs to be done is for you to go back to Flemeth's hut in the Korkari wilds without me. If I am present when she is slain, I cannot be certain that she will not be able to possess my body right then, so I must remain at the camp. Confront her and slay her quickly. I doubt she will truly be dead even then, but it will take her years to find a new host and recover her power, if that is even possible. The thing I must have is her true grimoire. With it, I can defend against her power in the future. Everything else in her hut is yours.
Do we have a time limit on this?
Not really, but the sooner the better, no?
I'll see what I can do.
I am grateful. The sooner this can be done, the sooner it will set my mind at ease.
Let's see here. That requires high strength, okay. enhancer. Container. Reduces hostility, okay. Right. Close. There we go. Okay. So let's see here. Alistair. Take a look here. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put on the Warden Commander set. What was creepy? So that's the Warden Commander outfit. Oh, wow. That's not good. What does the Blighted Warden Commander armor give me? So, okay, it looks like the regular Warden Commander armor just... That's silly cat. Where is... Okay. I think everyone has a belt slot. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. Just a little weird. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Item disposal. we go. Now I'm actually wearing Warden Commander armor, even if it is blighted. Okay, so... And Alistair, she's a regular... No, he's got the tower shield now. Okay. About midnight. I'm actually starting to fade. Starting to feel real tired. Only when I crashed earlier, it was about for 4 hours. Dog have any other interactions?
Your dog
Yes.
is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
No. Good. He'll fill our enemies with his stench.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
He's a war. Go ahead. He is getting a little rank. Oh.
Excellent. I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
Oh. I'm having some trouble with Jibba Jabba, and would like your advice. Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. Oh. Nice. Kiss puppy. Okay, now I can talk to you, Win. Why didn't you want to stay in the tower?
The circle is in good hands. Irving knows what to do, and he doesn't need me underfoot. For now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn. I do feel I left things unfinished in Ostagar. There is so much left to do.
Oh god, that's terrible. What's the next superhero? Smallpox blankets. Well, I'm glad for your company.
The Grey Wardens, all 2 of you, need all the help you can get. I will see this through to the bitter end, and after that, if I am still left standing, then I will return to the circle.
I'm sure you'll be able to return if you choose.
Perhaps.
It's 2 girls, 1 cup. How about no? I'm going to ask you something personal. I suppose you can indulge while you're at camp. Tell me about Riordan. Ask him yourself. Whatever you wish to know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay, so don't have anything I can really do for her. After Hurricane Katrina, Sean Penn brought Gandalf to all the people of New Orleans. Tell me about the dark thing. Gray flesh, empty eyes, cold and curious. Not human, not darkspawn. Something else. Something more. It spoke to me. Unnatural voice. Calm, eerie voice. What did it want? Blood of the people. To what end? It wants to end the singing for good. How? Don't know, but dark things say wardens don't hear singing. Well, we sometimes hear it, but we can resist. Can you stop the singing in my head? I don't know how, Tamlin. Make me like you, a Grey Warden. You mean join you? Yes. I'm sorry, but I don't know the ritual. Someone knows. Another warden must know. Adela might know, but I doubt she'll tell either of us. I can't live as this as a monster. I'll do whatever I can to restore you. Thank you, Lethaline. Okay, so I need to talk to Adela about doing that. The Darkspawn pet of yours asked me if I knew how to prepare a joining ritual. And do you? Of course, I'm a senior Grey Warden. I will not hand over such secrets to a deranged minion of the Archdemon. The joining ritual could save him. It can't. He's already corrupted. How would you know? Have you ever tried it? It would be a pointless endeavor. Becoming a Grey Warden doesn't reverse the taint any more than it grants immunity to the taint. All it does is slow it down. But I was corrupted, and the joining helped me. Duncan must have caught it in time, but your pet is too far gone. Look, at best, the joining would only make the calling bearable. Unless Tamlin doesn't mind spending the rest of his life as a ghoul, his body needs to be healed before attempting the joining. Does that mean you'll consider it? Don't get your hopes up. To my knowledge, only one other person has ever been cured of the taint. Your pet will have certainly gone mad before you find a cure, if there's even one around. Oh, she disapproved. You've spoken with Adela. She's only certain the joining ritual will only make the singing in Tamlin's head subside. A cure for even his physical symptoms must be found before attempting the ritual. Adela claims to know nothing about how to reverse the taint, but she may be lying. Others might be willing to help. You should ask around. Maybe someone somewhere will know something about curing the blight.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
Let me see your wares, Bodan.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Okay. I don't think he's got anything new. I don't think I bought all of his runes. Okay. It is almost midnight, and I've gone for about 4 hours now. I think I'm going to take a break for a little bit. Probably catch some sleep. I'll be back on tomorrow evening. I'll probably be up for another hour or so, but I want to go ahead and start to wind down because I'm starting to really drag, and I can tell it's coming through here. I don't have the energy. Thank you guys very much for joining me. It's been very fun today. We'll be back tomorrow with more Dragon Age. Maybe we can finish the game, maybe not. We'll see what we can do. And once we're done with that, we'll move on to the next game. Let's see. Let me take a look here and go ahead and save. Go ahead and exit the game here. Let's take a look at Twitch. Let's see. Clarity's still on, so we're going to go ahead and toss over to him. I'll send him that host. But again, thank you guys for showing up. It's been a lot of fun tonight. We will continue again tomorrow. Hope you guys have a very, very good evening.